Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry there was not a lot of uploads today. I really uploaded and I just like, oh, I gotta clean. And I move stuff around. Because I'm getting some stuff tomorrow. Well, today,
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here! I need to get out!
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out!
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do. Are you sure you're...
Yes.
Man. Other than that, man, like after that, I would have got some food. I'll take a nap, and I got some food. The rest of stuff took to the road, left it out there, so whoever wants it can come by, just get it. Looks like one of them's already gone. Ah. Now we gotta go to Whitechapel. Oh, I hope we can get stopped. Nope. Well, technically. I'm gonna Google it. Also no stream, sorry. I got home, I was just like tired. It was almost midnight, I was like, what's the point of just doing an hour stream? Oh shit, I just didn't realize this whole time. My fucking microphone was up. You probably heard half the shit I was talking about. Holy shit! Oh fuck, no.
Not a good place for a stroll.
Crush the leech, boys!
I'd step back, sir. Sir, step away now.
Ready?
thirst for blood.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman.
I don't want to fight these guys.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman. Step away!
Dang it!
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it! I won't end up another drunk arse on the Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
This note was found on a dead man, Albert. If that doesn't change your mind, then you must be ready to face the risks.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
What happened? Did you really know that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Yes, you did. And it was cowardly and inexcusable.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Do you know
Never heard of her.
Goodbye, young man.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
You'll understand. You've wasted your life.
Me?
What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Do you know...
Funny, I've been searching for her.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a
What can you tell me about
nothing to say, really.
You don't have anywhere to go?
Not since the death of my wife.
You mean you used to have a bed?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home.
Perhaps you...
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills.
You don't seem well.
I always feel...
I will see you later. Whatever the boy did...
I swear I didn't want to hit it. It's just that... I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed. I just need my meals. Peace and quiet, that's all.
A gun? Good evening. A gun? How are you?
I'm not your
Goodbye, young man.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Ow.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Good evening.
Do you know...
I don't like
competition?
Never met her.
You look ill, Miss Swan.
I'm perfectly fine, thanks to my miracle.
You look ill.
I'm...
Goodbye.
It's all a bloody joke to you, innit?
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I cannot enter. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please.
Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say?
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson's son, but Colossus
Can I offer you
The name is Colossus.
Have you heard of
Dorothy Crane. Yeah.
Could you please tell me?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this...
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you?
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
Totally.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be shy, handsome.
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I...
All right then, but be quick.
Do you need any assistance?
It depends on the price of...
I will see you. Tell me about it.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me.
Do you know...
I don't know her.
You seem...
Dorothea helps the sick.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Welcome, sir.
I am Dr. Reed.
Doctor? Interesting.
Have you heard of a
Nurse?
So she's trying to help her fellow immigrants.
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu.
That doesn't explain why she...
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Goodbye for now. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father to...
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than a...
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country.
Goddamn commies!
That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
My man speaking facts.
So
Don't
you're
let
not
a woman.
exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Science and progress are our only hope against the monstrosity hidden behind this epidemic.
See, Doctor? Now you acknowledge the presence of evil within the city's walls. Now you start to admit the truth.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
I've been touched by God's grace. I am perfectly healthy.
What do you mean?
Also,
quite a job.
You.
Well, what do you mean?
The beast.
I have...
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a smoke, and if I come back, I might do it a bit more. I don't know, I'm just tired. I don't know, I just wanted to do one video before I get to bed. Sorry, everyone. I'm tired. I got my mind broken. Today, you go. See y'all later.